it's been a great 4 years. It's been a great 3 years here at UT. I've met a lot of really wonderful people, smart people, inspiring people, professors that have challenged me to be where I am today. And I feel like I want to serve them well, and I'm kind of motivated to do that after graduation.
First day I met Colleen was, it was the first day of orientation, and she was the girl standing in front of me, and she was talking adamantly about just like what they were gonna do, and with some other girl, and I was like, man, I wish I had friends here. And then we happened to be roommates for that weekend orientation thing, and been best friends ever since, so it kind of worked out.
So y'all been inseparable for the last 3 years. So you've watched each other grow. What have you seen in Colleen in the last 3 years?
Well, I think she's become a beautiful woman, and she has learned to take care of herself and take the initiative, and the best thing about her is that she cares about everyone. So, and it's true from her heart. She's very honest about that. We will always be friends because I think we'll all make the initiative and try to be in our lives forever, because I feel like we're important enough to each other. So.
And where are you headed?
I'm headed to New York for an internship, and I think that we'll see if that gets me a job, hopefully.
Well, the first day I met Colleen, she was my random roommate, so I was moving my stuff in, and I was very intimidated because I had seen her picture with Michelle Obama, and so I knew she was pretty hot stuff. And so I met her, and I was actually not feeling well that day, so I wasn't really my peppy self that I had been in my emails. I moved all my stuff in, and then her, myself, Melanie, and our other roommate all went and grabbed burgers across the road, I guess, over at Quattro's, and they were talking about how they've been jet skiing and stuff, and I felt super out of the loop because I moved in late, and I was like, oh man, I'm never going to be friends with these people. They've already made all their friends. And here we are 3 years later. I guess I wasn't as out of the loop as I thought I was. Oh my goodness, I'm probably gonna start tearing up soon. How generous she is. She is probably the most generous person I've ever known.
It feels like an eternity ago, but also just like it was yesterday. And it's a very different graduation. When I was graduating from high school, I was very proud of what I had done, and I am proud of what I've done from college, but I was much less confident going into college than I am now going into the real world. I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. I had no idea what major I wanted to pick. I was still trying to figure out what college was best for me and those kinds of things. But there are still the same emotions of, sadness, excitement, I guess just pure nostalgia for the time that we're about to leave. But I feel like I've grown up a lot since then and experienced a lot more, obviously.
So living abroad has really changed the way you're looking at life.
Yeah, so it's interesting because as soon as I left, it kind of didn't hit me that I was leaving the international scene until, 6-7 months in, when I wasn't going back to visit. And I was like, well, that can't be the end of this path for me. I'm too interested in it. I loved it too much. Why don't I study it? And then because I was so interested in it, I became good at studying it, and I became more interested in it, which means I was more successful at it. And it was kind of this prosperous cycle of interest and success. And I found a true passion in international relations and studying foreign policy, U.S. government foreign policy, and just kind of international diplomacy as a whole because of that experience. It was kind of the tipping point, and then it inspired me to look deeper.
Well, Terry, it seems like just 4 years ago we were together doing this in Cairo, Egypt.
That's my recollection, and we certainly had a great time at the graduation at CAC at the Pyramids.
Well, a lot has changed. Not only did your daughter do great the last 4 years, but she's graduating, but she's also doing something. She's graduating from your school. What does that mean to you?
That means a lot to me. As a matter of fact, it dawned on me, it's been 30 years ago that I did the same graduation, and to have her do it with honors is an honor. Since she was a little girl, I saw how determined she was to complete any goals she set for herself, from dancing to captain of the swim team in high school, all the way to honors grad at University of Texas. And I just can't wait to see how her life unfolds, and I'm so happy for her and proud of her.
I'm very happy for Colleen. I'm happy beyond the ability of my words to even express it, and I'm very thankful that we have reached this day, and I'm particularly thankful for all the time that Colleen and I have had to spend together during her college years. Having her with us here in Austin and having the chance to be with her almost every weekend and have our family dinners on Sunday evening, to travel with her, to talk with her about her major decisions in life, to have some fun with her, to help her out occasionally when she needed it, and to have her help me when she needed it. That for me has been a gift that I will cherish for the rest of my life. And all I can say, Colleen, is thank you so much for making these last 4 years so joyful for me.
Well, I've been trying and sighing and buying more strife. Then I keep trying and vying, it's intensifying my mind. That's life, that's life, that's life. That's what people say. They tell me you're riding high in April, shut down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I'll be back in June. That's life.
To be gracious. The best advice I ever got as a young woman about her age was from a woman in her 90s who said, I have one lesson to pass on to you, and that is to be gracious. So that's what I'd like to pass on to Colleen. Annabelle as well.
This whole world just keeps spinning around and around. I've been a puppet.
First of all, on today, her graduation day, I'd like to say congratulations. You've worked really hard to be here, and I know you've put a lot of effort into it, and you deserve it.
One thing, I know that each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, but my heart just won't buy it. If I didn't think it was worth a try, my, I'd roll my myself up in a big ball and die. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down, and I know one thing. I know each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. That's life. I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, but my poor heart just ain't gonna buy it. And if I decide it just isn't worth a try, nice try. I'm gonna roll myself up. He's gonna roll myself up. I'm gonna roll myself up. He's gonna roll myself up. I'm gonna roll myself up. You try my die, my. That's life, my, that's life.
I would like to thank my mother, first of all, for, being the reason that I'm interested in international affairs. She, took us out of Lufkin at a point where I thought she was ruining my life, but really she was making my life. And I don't know, she's been kind of the beacon. She's been so successful, and she's a fighter, and she's really been a good role model for me. She's always told me, push hard, get the A's, whatever you need to do, just get the A's. And when I was little, I thought that she was crazy, but she's right, and she pushed me to get the A's. And like I said before, my dad has this very, very unintrusive leadership over, that he's kind of shown with me and my sister, and without his words of wisdom and really his care to listen and actually give us advice and feedback and remember our stories, remember what's stressing us out, and be there with us. I can't thank them both enough for being so encouraging and uplifting and motivating to me. And I've messed up a couple of things. I've gotten some things wrong. I've needed money in a bind or something like that, and they've always come through. And I think that that's probably the best thing about them is their generosity and their just unconditional love. So thank you. I've been living with Stephanie and Melanie since my sophomore year. So we've been roommates for 3 years, and I've known Melanie all 4 years of college. She was actually my first roommate at orientation at UTSA. So, you know, they're family, they're not friends. And, but something that I've learned about myself from high school and having all my friends living abroad is that I can do long distance friendships. I know how to do them. They suck, but I'm not worried about losing touch with these girls. And you know, I've made a lot of other friends that I'm sure will keep in touch for at least the next 5 years and hopefully more. But it'll be tough, but I think that, you know, those friendships will continue. Definitely.
There'll be wedding?
Oh yeah, better. Yeah, we've already planned everyone's weddings, who's going to be maid of honor and who's. Everyone gets a fair turn. I know what each of their dresses, or Melanie and Stephanie's dresses, are looking like. I know where they're getting married. I know Stephanie doesn't want to wear shoes, so probably going to be a beach wedding. And I know what Melanie's designer gown's going to look like and stuff. So yeah, we've planned that.
So Young An, Anthropology, International Relations and Global Studies, Liberal Arts Honors. Pamela Nicole Moreno, Spanish, International Relations and Global Studies. Constanza Regina Malagama, International Relations and Global Studies. Mariana Oliveira de Camargo, International Relations and Global Studies and Government. Colleen Elizabeth Crawford, International Relations and Global Studies, Liberal Arts Honors. Michelle Dustin Conley, International Relations and Global Studies. Leslie Camille Lopez, Geography, Art and American Studies. Leslie Skylon Morgan, International Relations and Global Studies, Government. Angel Sharma, International Relations and Global Studies. Shannon Reyes Scroggins, Government.
Let freedom ring. Let the white dove sing. Let the whole world know that today is the day of awakening. Let the weak be strong. Let the right be wrong. Roll the stone away. Let the guilty hands in the
Graduate, hey!
By the time that the firemen come, they just put out the flames and took down some names, sent me to the county home. Now I ain't saying it's right or it's wrong, but maybe it's the only way. Talk about your revolution. It's Independence Day.